Hello, and welcome back to the evils. So today I'll be going over the milieu, the mildew. I don't know. It's the art style and the setting for the game. So let's jump right into it. Start with the foundations setting. So the evil takes place in a fantastical reimagining of the 1940s, an homage to the golden age of comic books. Using all the fancy words today. So what do I mean when I say fantastical? Well, obviously there's, superheroes and villains running about. It's a game about managing an evil organization. What do you expect? But you also want to add a bit more to the setting, particularly looking at it from a sci-fi angle. If you go back to the comic book inspiration, we wanted to add some of those like classic sci-fi tropes in, particularly those from the atompunk and raypunk genres. The visual styling there. So for the art style itself, we needed something that would help deliver on the setting, look good, be nice and stylish, ideally also unique, and importantly, something that's not too intrusive or obstructing management style gameplay. So what we ended up with is this Art Deco style look for much of the UI, clean enough to work well for gameplay. Gameplay obviously always comes first, as well as being, nice and just slick, clean, hinting at those sci-fi, futuristic, retro-futuristic elements. And you've likely also noticed a lot of the greens and golds and the silver in the design. And yeah, those are the consistent color schemes across the UI. Something that kind of fits the bill, addresses the themes, but doesn't necessarily clash too much with the other visual elements. But the game is more than just UI, so for the map and the backgrounds, we opted for a more painterly style, softer shapes, blended colors, hand-drawn art, something that can be visually distinct within the genre, moving away from stuff like 3D models. But we also didn't want to cause too much visual fatigue to the player. And this kind of solution gives us all the options, all the access to the various different colors and themes that we could ever want. And this painterly style also gives us a very important bonus when it comes to one of the most important visuals in the game, the characters. You notice that the characters are much more distinct. We really want to make them pop out because obviously characters are what make the world go around. So to that end, we ended up with this look, this cell-shaded look, with strong lines and flat colors that really make them stand out against the painterly backgrounds and, against each other. And there you have it, the Evils. A game with a retro-futuristic world in an Art Deco aesthetic. Back to the big words. Blending class with crazy, and hopefully having an evil time doing it. Also, if you think you've got what it takes to start up your own evil empire, please subscribe for more content. We would appreciate it very much, and join our Discord. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the game.